honor your loved one and to serve you. At this time, you're now in the hands of military honors.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we begin, I want to thank you all for coming out. Military honors is something that's held very traditionally very sacred to all of our hearts. When one of us puts on this kind of a uniform, we go and we leave our homes. We leave those things that we cherish. We leave our hobbies. We leave our communities. We leave our churches. We leave our families. And we go out to foreign places knowing that our life may be taken upon us. And we do that freely. We do that willingly. That's the reason we give military honors. Because he did that. He put on this uniform. He said, I believe in something greater than myself. And I'm willing to sacrifice my life so that you could live. If that comes to that. Nobody can ever replace what he's done here today. But we do honor and we give thanks for the sacrifice that he made for this country today. So thank you very much for allowing me to be a part of this. Ladies and gentlemen, we now begin military honors. Military honors will consist of the playing of taps, the folding and the presentation of the flag to you. If you are a veteran or active duty service member, it is customary and responsible to give the proper hand salute during the playing of taps. All others, it is customary to put your hand over your heart. If you are able and willing at this time, please rise and participate in honors. again for allowing the United States Army to be a part of this day with you. This concludes military honors. My deepest condolences for all of your loss. With a family like this, I know that he was very highly loved.
How appropriate that Howie served in the Army. Look at this army of love who has shown up to honor him, to do right by him, to show love to Carol and his whole family. Thank you for being here. I'm Rabbi Michael Sheffrin, and I'm honored to be one of Howie's many rabbis. Show of hands. Cascades? Temple Emmanuel? Other. A true testament to this good, kind, humble, organized, reliable man. All the things that he did in community and in family and in love to make everything that surrounded him better. Today we come here with two purposes in mind. First, to fulfill the mitzvah of burying our dead, the commandment from the Torah, to honor and escort Howie to his final resting place. And your presence here makes that possible. We need something called a minyan, a quorum, a group. We can't do that alone. So thank you. And second, to comfort one another. To hear stories and speak words of kindness, maybe share a laugh about Howie. Because the angels in heaven are listening. And they will hear those words. Words that we already know because we knew him. And we'll carry it with us. We find comfort in them, but we want to make sure that up above, those words resonate as deeply as they do for us. To begin with words from Psalm 16. Shiviti Adonai l'nagdi tamid ki mimeni ba'olamot. I have set the eternal always before me. God is at my side. I shall not be moved. Therefore does my heart exult and my soul rejoice. My being is secure. For you, God, will not abandon us in death, nor let your faithful ones see destruction. You show us the path of life. Your presence brings fullness of joy, and enduring happiness, and good memories are your gift. A few moments ago, Howie's immediate family performed the act of Kriya, the ancient tradition of rending a garment when we learn of the death of a loved one. You'll see a few people today with black ribbons that are torn to remind us how we feel inside, which is torn. Torn asunder, never to be repaired in the same way. For that's the impact that Howie had on our lives. And also to remind us that when you see them smiling and greeting you with love and accepting your condolences, and when you look at this picture of Howie that's on many of your booklets and you see that smile, that underneath, we are torn. I want to just take a moment before we recite Psalm 23 together to offer love and condolences on behalf of myself and all of the Temple Emmanuel community to you, Carol, most of all. 63 years today. Today was your anniversary.
Oh my God.
To Felice, to Ira, Leslie, Chris, Kelsey, to Eliezer, Rivka, Natal, Abraham, Yamin, Baruch, Yehuda, Yona, Raphael. I think Eileen, Tony, and Joni are here as well. This immediate and loving family who loved Howie so much. And you'll probably hear when you hear words later, the reason they loved him so much is because everything he did in life, they were first. Not him. We were all second. They were first. So we offer our love and condolences to them. Let us recite together words from Psalm 23, words that are familiar. You can find them in your service booklets. Together, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside still waters. He restoreth my soul. He guideth me in straight paths for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. And thou hast anointed my head with oil, and my cup overflows. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Words from the book of Ecclesiastes. For everything there is a season, time for every experience under heaven. A time to be born, a time to die. A time to plant and a time to uproot what is planted. A time to tear down and a time to build up. A time to weep and a time to laugh. A time to grieve and a time to dance. A time to throw stones, a time to gather stones. A time to embrace and a time to refrain. Time to seek, time to lose, time to tear, and time to sow, time to keep silent, and a time to speak. Friends, it is time for us to speak. You're going to hear brief comments from Felice, from Carol, and from Ira. I hope that those of you in the back can come as close as possible that you might hear them. I don't think they're all as loud as me. Words of love. God has given, God has taken away. Blessed is the name of God.
First, I want to say that Howie wanted me to be great and strong, and I promised him I had to turn on the TV and all the things that I said from the family. He loved the color red, so I was the lady in red. So this is an honor of Howie. When I wrote this, I wanted to ask Howard for help. He always helped me whenever I wanted to write. He was the teacher and my inspiration. Okay. Today, August 12th, marks the day we'll be celebrating 53 incredible years together. My beloved husband, you were more than a partner. You were my rock, my guardian angel, and my best friend. Your selflessness inspired me daily. You gave me the best of everything, always putting me first. He had the chicken and I had the steak. Now we said, okay, you should be honest. You gave me the best of everything, always putting me first. His devotion to our family, friends, and community was unwavering, from leading bocce teams to scheduling tennis teams and from writing newsletters for Newtown High School to creating engaging PowerPoint programs on history and entertainment, and of course Marilyn Monroe, which is basic, as everybody knows. Your passions left a lasting legacy. Your kindness, your patience, and love touched countless lives, and I'm grateful for the memory of our loving marriage, and I cherish the time we shared with all our children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. Your favorite dinner at Metro Diner, waffles with ice cream, loaded with whipped cream, which is one of many joys you brought to our lives. Rest in peace, my love. Your memory will live on in my heart forever. And I just want to tell you on this very study, she's going to say, you will be in the heart forever, and you will be loved by all. So I just want to let everybody know that you're all there for Howard. Thank you for coming here.
Okay, as you all just heard, my father had so many loving qualities that my mother just shared. His devotion and his kindness, his selflessness, his patience, created the extraordinary man that he was. He was the most amazing man that was filled with so many achievements throughout his lifetime. One of the most admirable achievements was creating his family legacy. As a teacher, he instilled so many lessons and values to all around him. Whether you were his student, his friend, or his family, he is always teaching us about something, not just history. That was his forte, and he taught us everything. He had such a world of knowledge that he was able to share with everyone he encountered with. He had this special knack for teaching that created a stimulating and enjoyable environment for everyone. I remember when my brother and I were little, we would be off from school because of snow days on the island. My dad would take us with him to school, and we would watch him teach his students. They would always approach us, telling us how wonderful my father was, and his extraordinary way of teaching was so memorable, and that always made me so proud. He made a long-lasting impression on anyone who joined us during the holidays. He would make each person who attended feel part of the family and explain to everyone what the meaning behind his subjects were. He was a leader and a supporter who took care of his family, as we were his most precious fortune. He was grateful for all of us, and we always made him so proud. I am beyond thankful for having him all of these wonderful years and sharing our time together. One special event that my daughter Chelsea and I will certainly miss is doing the world together with him, which was our daily puzzle that we always did together. My father was certainly, he has shown us and taught us to take care of each other and how families stick together forever. And we will make him just as proud by continuing on his legacy of supporting each other and loving one another always and forever. And I will always be my daddy's little girl in his eyes. And all of my precious memories will be treasured forever. I love you, Dad.
Who are we? We are the sum of our influences. No one influenced me more than my dad. Year after year, I found this to be more and more true. I want to explore some of these influences. Dad was a teacher. Everyone knows that. That was his job. He woke up early before everyone, went every day to school. Also, some nights he didn't get home until 11 p.m. He was also our teacher. He didn't have any lesson plans. He didn't assign us homework or test us. But we certainly tested him. But we learned. He taught us to be human, to be a mensch, to be a good person. Day after day, year after year, Dad was a role model for us. He was reliable. On school days, I never saw him in the morning. He was up and out before dawn. He was committed to his carpool friends and never let them down. This extended to every endeavor. The 20 people in the football pool always got the odds and the sheets and the results on time. This is what a solid, true man does. He made sure, through all his significant decisions in life, that my mom would be taken care of, even after he was gone. He did everything worse happen. This is what a good husband and father does. We saw all this day by day, year by year, and we learned, and we are still striving to live according to his lofty model. Dad was a leader. He stepped up when he saw a need that no one else was filling. He was elected union leader of his junior high school, and then again at Newtown High School. He held the position for more than 25 years. In this position, he fought for his colleagues' rights. It also included managing the social events for the teachers. After retiring, he continued to lead and take responsibility by running the tennis and bocce groups at Cascade. And he was the leader of our family. Through all his roles, he helped countless people. What an example he was for us. Dad was a sportsman. Football and baseball in the Brooklyn schoolyards. Tennis in Stony Brook in Sarasota. At bowling, he was a real talent. And he was also the bowling league secretary, recording the scores each week and publishing the official results. He taught me how to bowl and even invited me to fill in sometimes in the league. I treasure the memories of playing doubles together and playing bocce together at Cascade. And the enjoyment and passion of rooting for the home team. I inherited the New York Mets, Giants, Knicks, and Rangers, and even the Brooklyn Dodgers, I feel, are my team, even though that was before my time. All of these gave me the love of playing sports, and not just as a spectator, to have the confidence to go out there and be a player. Dad was an adventurer and an explorer. He took on a wide variety of jobs despite the risks of trying something completely new. He traveled the world, served in Okinawa, hitched plane rides to Japan and Hong Kong, took us to explore the whole eastern U.S. from Maine to Florida, with special emphasis on our home state of New York. After retirement, he explored the region with his best friend Jerry. With passion for his roots in the eastern seaboard, he became a lighthouse enthusiast. Who am I? Dad, I can't say enough how much I'm grateful for your influence, for your wisdom, for your leadership, for your example. Dad, I love you. You have been and always will be part of me. I love you forever. I just want to read something that my daughter wrote. Dear Grandpa, I don't know if you remember all the things you taught me, but I do. One of the most impactful is how you taught me to shuffle cards back when you lived on Long Island. On Shabbat, you would play Crazy Ace with me, and now whenever I shuffle cards, you pop into my mind every time. I hold that so dear, to have something that always reminds me of you. I was so blessed to have had you in my life for so long. 30 years was a third of your life. I think it's so amazing how it worked that way. Your first third was your youth with your mother and your brothers, and then you met Grandma. Your second third was as a parent to Abba and Aunt Felice. And then your last golden third, you were the most incredible grandpa. You demonstrated to me that if you work hard and love your family, then you will have the best life possible. I will miss you so much. I will always remember you. Love, Micha.
Friends, I want to just echo everything that was said and invite you to join us after our service today back at Temple Emmanuel. There's going to be plenty of food. And we'll also have a chance to say a short prayer service and hear more stories about Howie. You'll have a chance to share some words if you'd like and get to know him even better. I hope you'll join us. And also, every Friday night for the next month at 6 p.m. at Temple, please come and say Kaddish with us. You're all most welcome. In the words of Pirkei Avot, we find that Yehoshua ben Parachia Omer, Oseh lecha rav, koneh lecha chaver, havei dan et kol ha'adam lecha zchut. Rabbi Joshua ben Parachia used to say, appoint for yourself a teacher, and you have acquired for yourself a friend. And judge all men, all people, with the scales weighted in their favor. Friends, that was Howie.
Yeah.
That was him. A teacher, a friend. No matter who you were, if you needed help, if you needed something, he put you first. I invite you to please rise for the words of El Malei Rachamim, in which we will recite Howie's Hebrew name as we ask God to watch over his soul. El Malei Rachamim Shochen Bamromim, Amtzei Menucha Nechona Tachat K'nfei Hashchina Im Kedoshim Torim Kezohar Harkia Mazirim Et Nishmat Tzvi Ben Yisrael Noach Halevi Shalach L'Olamo Bal HaRachamim Yasdirehu B'Seitzer K'nafav L'Olamim V'yitzrur B'Yitzur HaChaim Et Nishmato Adonai Hu Nachalato Yanuach B'Shalom Al Mishkabo. Compassionate God, eternal Spirit of the universe, grant perfect rest in your sheltering presence to Grandpa Howie, to Uncle Howie, to our friend Howie, who has entered into eternity. O God of mercy, let him find refuge in your eternal presence, and let his soul be bound up in the bonds of everlasting life. God, you are his inheritance. May he rest in peace. And together let us say, Amen. Friends, we're going to conclude with the words of the mourner's Kaddish, which you can find in your service booklets. Let us recite together. Yitkadav Yitkadash Shemei Rabbah Yalad Yibrach Yerutei V'Yamlit Malchutei V'Chayom V'Yomechom V'Chayim V'Kol Beit Yisrael V'Agalah V'Zman Kariv V'Nimru Amen Yehei Shmei Raham V'Rach L'Nelam L'Nelam Yisbarach V'Yishtabach V'Yitzhar V'Yizman V'Yisasei V'Yizadar V'Yizaleh V'Yizalach Shmei V'Yishar V'Yihu Le'ela V'Kol Berkata V'Shirata Tushbachata V'Nechnamuata Damiram Yamah V'Yiruameh Yehei Shlama Rabba Min Shemaya V'Chaim Aleinu V'Yam Yisrael V'Yiruameh L'Sei Shalom B'Romah U'Yaseh Shalom Aleinu V'Yam Yisrael V'Yiruameh. May the source of peace grant peace and comfort to all who mourn throughout our world, and for all who will miss our Friedman. And together let us say, Amen. Friends, this concludes our service here. You're all invited back to Temple Emmanuel. You can make your way to your cars now and do so. We'll be eating. The family will be there in a little bit, and we'll have a chance to pray together and say Kaddish once again. God bless you all as you go forth into life. Please return to your cars at this time.